G'day Maths Legends, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. And just like ghosts, I'm not scared of multiplying decimals. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at multiplying decimals. Alright, good luck with your sums. Ah! Hey guys, so we're looking at multiplying decimals by a single digit. Now if you look at this, the first thing I want you to do is give it an estimate. So rule number one is always estimate first, okay? So estimate what you think it's going to be. Alright, so if I look at this, I've got, now look at all the things like their money. When I look at the decimal, so I look at that as $4.20. Well, if I times that by 7, it's going to be about 24, 7 fours, it's going to be about $24, all right? So my estimate is somewhere around $24, all right? Let's see how close I am to what I think it is. All right, my first sum is 7 times 2, all right? 7 times 2 equals 14. So the 4 goes down the bottom, noticing that I'm always making sure that my houses are lined up. All right, I've got to make sure my houses are lined up. This is really important because of that decimal. All right, so first sum is 4.2, 7 times 2, sorry, I'll put 14. So I put the 4 down the bottom and then the 1 goes up the top, okay, because it's 14, just like I will with normal times tables. My next sum is going to be 7 times 4. 7 fours are 28. Okay, now I can't forget that 1, so I'm going to go 28 plus 1 equals 29. All right, then I put that down here. Looking at your answer, straight away, I'm going, well, hey, is it $294? Is it $2.94? Again, I go back to my estimate, all right? I'm a little off here because 7 times 2, okay, is 14, so it's quite a big number. But if I look at it, I'm actually looking at $29.04. $29.04, okay? So, yes, I'm a little bit off, but I've got the tens right, okay? That's your answer. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, Maths Legends, look at this one. We've got a 2-digit multiplication here. So the first thing we need to do is we need an estimate. So we've got to make sure we've got our estimate, and that's why it's important we understand this. Now, we've got 3.7 times 2.4. Well, in my head, I'm going to say, well, that's $3.70. Or, to make life a bit easier for me, I'm going to say, well, that's $3.50 times 2. Okay, I'm just going to times that by 2. $3.50 times 2, we're looking at about $7. I might even go up. We're looking at about $8, okay, maybe a bit higher. So I'm going to throw $8 in there because that is my estimation. All right, I'm going to put a little dollar sign there. Now, let's have a look at how close I am. Now, my first sum straight away is 4, and it's just the same as 2-digit multiplication. 4 times 7. Well, 4 sevens are 28, okay? So 8 goes down the bottom and 2 goes up the top. My next sum is 4 times 3. 4 times 3. Well, 4 times 3 is 12, but then I've got to remember that 2. So I'm going to say 12 plus 2 equals 14. So I put 14 down there. Now, what is this going to be? So straight away I need to go, was this going to be 14.8 or is this going to be 1.48? Straight away, I have a look at that. Well, if I think about that, I'm timesing $3.70 by 4 or 0.4. It's going to be less than $3, so it's going to be 1.48. All right, let's look at the next one. I'm going to change my color here, and so you can see my 2 different calculations. Straight away, I'm going to go, let's go purple. I'm going to say, well, the next sum is, what is 2 times 7? Well, 2 times 7 is 14. All right, and then I'm going to put, before I do that, I don't want to forget my magic 0. M goes there, okay? 4 and 1 up the top, okay? And 1 goes up the top. And then my next sum is 2 times 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. And then 6 plus 1 equals 7. Okay, now I've made a big mistake here. I can look at mine and go, I've got all my decimal points all over the place. My houses aren't lining up with my houses. So now I have to go back and think, okay, I've now times $3.70 by 2. $3.70 by 2, I'm going to be thinking, is that going to be $74 or is that going to be $7? So $3.70 by 2, we know that's going to be $7.40, okay? Now, here's the tricky part. All I'm not lined up. My houses aren't in front of their houses. So what I can do is I can do one or two things. I can quickly add and try my best to add across like this, all right? Or I can simply just write my sum out again. 1.48 or $1.48 plus $7.40. Write out quickly if you need to. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 1 plus 7 is 8. $8.88. Look at my estimate. My estimate's not far off. So I know it's $8.88. It's not $88. It's not $888. All right? It's not 0.8888. So that's how that estimate becomes very important, because we look at what the answer could be, how correct it could be. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, guys. Sometimes you're going to see sums like this, and how am I going to times that by each other? So I'm going to show you how, when you see a sum that's written like this, I'm going to show you how to set it out, and you can work it out yourself. So straight away, I'm going to go 0.45, and I'm going to keep my decimal point below it, and I'm going to say 3.27. All right, and then I draw a line underneath. Okay, now I'm timesing by 3 digits in this one. We're going to look at that a little bit more carefully, but let's just go away at calculating this first. I've got my 3.27 and it's 45. So if I times 3, let's forget this part here. Let's just go 3 times 45. Well, 2 times 45 is 90 plus another 45 is, we're looking about 135. So I'm going to say 135. Now looking at that, I'm looking at 3 times 45 cents. So I'm going to say 1.35 is my estimate. Let's see how close we are to that. All right, the first one, 7 times 5. Well, 7 5s are 35. So 5 goes down the bottom, 3 goes up the top. 7 times 4. Well, 7 4s are 28. So I'm going to take my 28 and I'm going to add my 3. 28 plus 3 is 31. 1 goes down the bottom, 3 goes up the top. And then 7 times 0 is 0. But I've got to do my 0 plus 3 equals 3. And I'll put my 3 down there. All right, change my colour. This time I'm going to say, what is 2 times 5? Well, no, before I do anything, don't forget that little mustache 0, or that little magic 0. Then I've got 2 times 5 equals 10. So I put a 0 down the bottom and a 1 up the top. So I put above the 4. I've got to be careful. I know I'm working down here now in the tenths column. However, I've got to remember that when I've done my first sum is 2 times 5 is 10. So the 0 goes down the bottom and the 1 goes on top of that 4. Then I can say, well, what's 2 times 4? 2 times 4 is 8. And then 8 plus 1 equals 9. So I'll put my 9 down the bottom, okay? Then my last one is 2 times 0. Well, 2 times 0 equals 0. And I don't even need to carry anything else over. So I'm going to put my 0 down the front. Now again, I have to think about this. I've got 0.2 times 0.4. If I went 0.2, I'm not really doubling it. It's not really a whole number yet. So when I look at this, I'm needing to make sure that I think of 0.9. I'm not even working with a whole number. I almost am, okay? In the first one, it's the same thing. I'm not looking at working with a whole number just yet. So my point goes in front of that number. All right, let's look at that last one now. Now we're dealing with a whole number here. So I've got 3, my apologies. I'm working my third number. There's 1, 2, and 3. So now when I do it, I need to put 2 magic zeros in. 1, 2. I'll look at my first sum is 3 times 5. Well, 3 times 5 equals 15. So 5 goes down the bottom and the 1 goes up the top. Now you can see what's important, that I have different colours with this. Then 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 4s are 12. And then 12 plus 1 equals 13. So again, I put 13 down the bottom. So 3 goes over here, and the 1 goes up the top. And my last sum is 3 times 0, which equals 0. And then 0 plus 1 equals 1. Okay? Now, I've times 3 by 45. Before I said it was about $1.35. So if I'm timesing 3 times 45 cents, I'm looking at about $1. So my decimal point goes here. Now again, we've got that problem. Our houses aren't lined up. So we can rewrite our sum out. This time I'm not going to. I'm just going to simply draw a line as I go. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 0 is 1. Now, 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 3, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, and a 1 goes up the top. Okay, or 1 goes up the top. 1 plus, so that's 3 plus 9, but then I'm going 1 plus 0 plus 3 is 4, and then 1. Now, I go back to my estimate, okay? I look at my estimate. I'm only timesing 45 really by 3. So, where am I going to put that little pesky decimal point? Well, I'm going to look at my estimation again. I'm about 10 cents off. I'm 12 cents off to be, to be correct. So, I know that it's going to be 1.4715. I hope that makes sense. The estimation is key. All right, so when we check our answers too, we always have an estimate. Estimate first, then do the working. All right, thanks guys.